Hi, Riz.
Hey brother, how you doing?
I'm fine. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Pedro. I'm talking to Brazil. So, firstly, you have music is very important in your career. You have a background in rap. There are a few works that feature you as a musician. And in Bait, the soundtrack is very crucial to set the tone to the show. So, you have a lot of Pakistani classics like Nahid Akhtar, Nermin Niazi, and the Sabi Brothers, but you also have like contemporary music like Jay Sean, George Smith with new tunes for the show. So could you walk me through the process of selecting these classic songs, creating the new tunes for the show, and how was to position? Were they reading for the show or were doing the post production?
Can I just say, I love Brazil. I love that we've started off this thing. Go, let's talk about music. Let's talk about the vibes. Let's talk about the bringing, that kind of musicality to the conversation. Thank you for talking about it. Music is such an important part of my life and such an important part of the show. We knew that we wanted to make a show that takes place in different genres and has different tones. So it's a comedy, but it's a drama, but it's a romance, but it's a thriller. And how do you create a glue that runs through all of this? Well, that would be the music. And we decided we need a music that is playful and surreal and psychedelic, like the show, but can be a through line across the whole thing. It creates a kind of coherence of energy and of feeling. And that was this period of late 70s, early 80s, Bollywood and Lollywood, disco and psychedelic funk. The Taffer brothers, Nahid Akhtar, also Bapileri, Asha Bhosle. And so that creates the spine of a lot of the music. But then, of course, the real pleasure is putting that alongside these contemporary artists like Georgia Smith and Jay Sean. And one thing I'll say about the Georgia Smith track is we knew if we're making a Bond themed TV show, we need a Bond song. And the only
Yeah.
person who wanted to make it was Georgia Smith. And she's done something just really timeless and stunning that I think elevates the whole sonic palette of the show.
And also, the show has three episodes with Bassam Tariq as a director. You both worked in Mogo Mowgli, which you co-wrote, so it's a very deep connection between both of you. Could you tell me the differences of working in something dramatic and realistic like Mogo Mowgli and a fantastic and absurdist show like Bait? How was different this
Well,
collaboration with Tariq?
it's interesting because Mogul Mowgli is also kind of full of magical realism and
Yeah,
dream sequences and music. So I think in a weird way, it's like they're cousins, these projects, you
yeah.
know, um, with the same granddad. That's Bassam. Uh, it's interesting because I feel like this is the best reflection of who I am as a person is Bait. In terms of the different energies in it. It's dramatic, but it's also quite playful and funny and silly. And I think for a long time I kind of tried to hide that. So I wouldn't be taken seriously as an actor. I have to act like this serious guy who's saying serious things, doing serious projects. And it's like actually the best way to deal with serious stuff is through laughter. The show is really about shame. It's about that distance between your public and private self, how you want to be seen and who you really are. That distance, someone once told me, is how much shame you hold between those two things. And the only way through shame, I think, is laughter. So it's is in many ways is related to Mogul Mowgli. It's about searching for authentic identity in a way that's surreal and playful. But I think there's more humor in this because I think that's the most healing response to shame.
Yeah, and you said about Brazil. Have you been to Brazil? Have you been
I
here?
have, yeah. I went to Rio and I went to São Paulo, and I absolutely just loved it. And so I have some family who lived in Brazil actually.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
In
So
Rio? Yeah.
no, no, not in Rio, but it's a just a beauty. I love so much I love about Brazil, but in particular, I really love the kind of music, and I love how the music is such a reflection of the mix of all these different sounds, South American and West African, and creating their own kind of palette from Angolan Kuduro to baile
Reggaeton,
funky and
funk.
reggaeton,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah.
it's an incredible scene there.
And thank you so much for talking to me, Reese. Congratulations on the show. Really love it. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you, Pedro. Appreciate you, brother.
Bye. Thank you so much.